Hey there, and welcome to this week's Sunday Musings, where every week I spend a little time talking about something that's on my mind. If you didn't realize, I also have a weekly blog posted on Medium that complements this video. Check out the link right here. I'd love to hear from you. Either comment on the blog, send me a message, or make an appointment with me. At the very end of the video, you'll see a link to my calendar, and I'd love to chat with you. So this week, I want to talk about personal branding and why it's really important. But first, I think I should define what a brand is. And it's something we all know. A brand is that vision that is promoted. We don't think often about brands when it comes to ourselves, but we sure think about other brands. iPhones are a brand. Cell phones. You don't have a cell phone, you have an iPhone, or you have a Samsung or a tablet or an Android. It's not the name, the cell phone that you talk about my iPhone. Kleenex. You don't talk about a tissue that you're going to use to wipe away tears, to blow your nose. You talk about a Kleenex, whether it was manufactured by the Kleenex company or not. When you go to a web browser and you search, you don't talk about searching, you talk about Googling. The name of the brand has become synonymous with the object. And that's really where I want to go with personal branding. Everybody should have one. You should start with one when you're younger, and you should grow with it. It will change a little as your time and your life goes on, as you get more experience, as you change and evolve. But the foundations of your personal brand really shouldn't. So what I want to talk today is about what your personal brand is, how you develop it, and maybe how you evolve it. So there's a little exercise. Go to Google and type in your name and see what comes up. If absolutely nothing comes up, you've probably never been on the internet. You may not have social media. You're not known. And if you're going to look to have a job, or maybe find a new job, or go into a school, or volunteer for an organization, the reality is you need to have a presence. And you need to control what it is people see about you. If you're looking for a job, what you don't want to happen is them to Google your name and see you drinking and half passed out on a pile of people as the image they see. Unless perhaps you're an ambassador for, say, a vodka company or a beer company, and maybe that's the image they want and you fit it. But most of us are not looking to have that be the image people take away. So what do you want people to think about? When I was younger, it was phrased a little differently. It was, what are the words you want people to say about you at your funeral? Now that's a little bit morbid, but it sort of holds. Do I want to be known as somebody who was fantastic and creative? Do I want to be known as flaky, reliable, passionate, inquisitive, studious? What things do I want to be known about? If you're not sure how the world views you, ask. Takes a little guts, but you can, every now and then you'll see this on Facebook where somebody says, tell me what you thought about me when you first met me. Tell me what you thought about when you see me now. If you could talk about me and describe me in one phrase, or 3 words, or 2 words, what would you use? That would give you a good idea about what your personal brand is now, at least within your friend network or your social network. And is that what you want to be seen for? And if it is, that's fantastic. If it's not, then we've got some work to do. And if it's sort of there, or it's really surprising, think about it. Is that who you want to be seen as? The picture of who you want to be seen as, what you want to be known for, is your personal brand. And personal branding is getting that message out there. Just like all the companies advertise. Just like what you see on every video feed when you go into Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or Instagram and you see an ad pop up. That is branding. And its whole purpose of branding is to build awareness about who or what that is, to build familiarity, so that when you have a conversation, you are trusted, because familiar equals trust. Being familiar means you have credibility. So, I talked about a foundation. You need to build a foundation of a brand that's going to live with you, because you're going to grow and evolve. But your foundation should not. The foundation is really what's underneath, and it needs to be a story, because people don't listen to bullet points and checklists, features and benefits. They listen to a story and they remember a story. And that story should illustrate who you are, and it should be genuine. If you build your foundation on a lie, it will crumble. And when people realize, you'll have no credibility and you'll have a much harder time starting again. You also need to use a certain amount of good sense and good judgment. You don't need to air everything that you think and feel, all of your private life out there. Remember, if it's on the internet, no matter how well you hide it, you can't hide it forever. It's out there and it can't be taken back. So really think about what you put out there. And you need to be consistent. So make sure you use those same phrasing, the same terms. If you want to be transparent and trustworthy, make sure that you always talk about that the truth comes out, and that you're not caught in lies, because that will ruin your credibility. And once you figure out your foundation of what you want to always be seen as, then your brand can evolve with you, because brands should. You gain skills, you gain experience, you try new things, you meet new people, you want to make new connections. That's an expansion and an evolution of your brand. And as long as your foundation stays the same, you can adjust your stories to show how you've grown. You can adjust the messaging as long as it stays consistent in the same frame. And it's based on who you genuinely are, your authentic self. Maybe not all of yourself. It is totally acceptable and encouraged that you have a personal side that is a little different from the public-facing side. Maybe you did go out with a few friends and have a few too many cocktails during your best friend's bachelor party. And yeah, fell down a little bit drunk. That's okay. It is part of who you are, but that's not necessarily who you want the world to see you as. So that's my thought on branding. And why do you need a brand? Because it's going to get you to the next phase that you want. If you're looking for a new job, it's going to help you be recognized and comfortable. And they're going to know what they're getting when they look at you. And when they look for you, they'll see that you are who you showed you are. And that makes you credible and trustworthy and will help you get that job or promotion. Or you're looking for funding for a new idea for a company. Or you're trying to get membership into a secret society. You need to be known and present so people are comfortable with you, so you can get to where you want to go. Those are my thoughts. I would love to hear yours. And as always, check out the link in just a few seconds for my calendar and make an appointment. I'd love to chat with you. Until next week, we'll see you then.